BTS News Today.an unanticipated encounter. Hidden from the glare of cameras and the screams of fans, it is now a staple in armies around the world. Two big names from the legendary group BTS, Jungkook and Jimin, recently known to hold a very private meeting. There was a lot of speculation about what they were talking about and, more importantly, what they hide from the world. The issue first came up when some fans with keen eyes and her unmatched detective instinct caught a number of subtle clues on social media. In a matter of hours, pieces of information from various social media accounts, unusual movements, and the changing patterns of communication begin to put together a puzzle that leads to a single conclusion. Jungkook and Jimin have met in secret. However, why? Why do two best friends at the same time group mates have to keep something secret from the public, even from fans who have been part of their life's journey? The location of the meeting is a mystery. There is mention that the two were seen in a private villa on the outskirts of Seoul, while other sources mention that they spent time in a place, a very personal one outside the city, maybe even abroad. Whatever the truth, the meeting was very well planned. No official agenda from the agency, there is no presence of staff or personal bodyguards that are usually seen accompanying the big stars. In fact, Jungkook and Jimin's official accounts barely showed any activity for 2 days in a row, as if to indicate that the two were deliberately avoiding the spotlight. This issue is getting heated when one of the internal sources who did not want to be named revealed that the meeting was not just a reunion between two friends, but rather a serious discussion about their future. The source mentioned that the meeting involved a lot of personal and emotional things. It concerns not only their relationship as friends, but also their position in the BTS group and future plans after military service. Is this meeting a sign of new plans? Or do they have a problem that they can't talk about in public? Not a few fans felt surprised and emotional. They recalled how Jungkook and Jimin always seemed to support each other, even in difficult times. Behind the scenes, the two are known to be very close. They support each other in such a stressful world. However, what makes this meeting so important and different? What prompted them to take a stealthy step and step away for a moment from the world? Some army began to investigate more deeply, linking this meeting with a number of statements Jungkook had emotional in the previous live broadcast. He could reveal that there are things in his life which he has not been able to tell, and that he is in a phase of deep introspection. In the near future, Jimin also looks quieter than usual, even in her usually warm and affectionate social media posts. Do they both feel the same pressure? Or do they have big plans that are yet to be revealed? What makes things even more complicated is the attitude of the agency that chooses silence. HYB, who is usually quite spry in providing clarification to major rumors, this time I didn't make any comments. When the media contact the official representative for confirmation, the answer given is very short. We don't have any information related to that. This statement actually opens up more room for speculation. If the meeting is not something big, why not immediately refute? And if it is part of a future project, why kept secret even from their loyal fan base? Not stopping there. A blurry photo circulating in the online community, claiming to show a figure similar to Jungkook and Jimin. They were sitting together on a balcony talking seriously. Although the image quality is very low, many are sure that it is them. Body position, hairstyle, even dress style both look very suitable. Although still cannot be ascertained authenticity, the picture became the subject of heated discussion on global army forums. They analyzed body gestures, facial expressions, even the direction of gaze, as if trying to unravel the content of an inaudible conversation. Several theories began to emerge. One of them mentions that Jungkook and Jimin are designing a secret duet project, which will be a surprise after they all return from the draft. This theory is based on the fact that the two have several times mentioned the desire to appear together in more personal solo projects. Maybe it's time to realize that dream? Or is there something deeper and more emotional behind the meeting? Interestingly, there is also a theory that the meeting was related to the emotional state of one of them. Some fans suggested that Jimin may be under heavy pressure, and Jungkook came as the only person who was able to understand and calm his heart. The two have a long history of taking care of each other, even in difficult times unknown to the public. In many interviews, Jimin always referred to Jungkook as the sister he loved so much, while Jungkook often confesses that Jimin was one of the people who made him strong and not give up. So their meeting may not be about a project or a job, it's about deep love and deep friendship. Not a few also associate this meeting with a greater dynamic in BTS's body. With some members currently serving in the military and the rest focusing on solo projects, many wondered if the group would return in the same form or undergo a major transformation. Is Jimin and Jungkook's meeting the first step towards a major change in BTS's structure? Or is it just a reinforcement that they remain one despite being physically separated? On the other hand, the emotions of the fans were completely carried away. Many are worried. Some are touched. Whatever happens, we just want them to be happy, wrote a fan on Twitter. They gave us a lot, and if they want to keep something for themselves, that's entirely their right, another fan added. This phrase shows how deep ARMY's love for BTS members is, a love that is understanding and demands nothing in return. But still, the curiosity has not disappeared. The world wants to know, what exactly are two men who have conquered the world together talking about, who have shared a laugh, tears, and the stage for more than a decade? What they hide, and why did they choose not to share it with the world? While the world waits for answers, one thing is certain: the secret meeting between Jungkook and Jimin was no ordinary meeting. There is an emotional burden, perhaps also new hopes and dreams that they keep tightly. Whether it's about career, the future of BTS, or just a warm hug needed in the midst of life stresses, the meeting touched the hearts of millions. And who knows? Maybe someday, they will open this story to the world, and when that day comes, we will all listen to him with respect and love. As the days go by, and the talk of a secret meeting between Jungkook and Jimin never subsides, the public is increasingly torn between curiosity and respect for the privacy of both. Most of the ARMY lovingly tried to restrain curiosity, understand that there are things that do not always have to be shared with the outside world. However, on the other hand, speculation continues to creep wildly, and every little gesture made by both of them continues to be traced and analyzed in depth. The most interesting of all speculations is the similarity of upload patterns, both after the news of the meeting sticking out. Jungkook suddenly uploaded a sad song on his social accounts, without any explanation. The song talks about loss, gratitude, and memories that cannot be forgotten. A few hours later, Jimin uploaded a photo of the twilight sky. The sky is purple, which is the symbolic color of BTS and ARMY's eternal love. For fans who already understand the uniqueness of the symbolic language that is often used by the members, this is no ordinary coincidence. This is a kind of code that they're going through something important. There's something about deep feelings, but they are not ready to share. Behind all the noise, K-pop music analysts and observers of Korean culture began to speak out. Many of them mentioned that BTS is not just a music group. They are a global phenomenon whose existence it is very connected with the psychological and social dynamics of its members. If the two of them met in secret in the midst of a period of military transition and solo projects, it wasn't just a personal affair, but the potential start of something much bigger. Perhaps a great change is being prepared, a new path they are about to take together, by still carrying the BTS name, but with a more mature and deep form.